Uh, if you're watching this, I feel like I've done this like specific intro like 1,000 times. If you're watching this, that means I went through with it. I wasn't a chicken, I wasn't a cookie, and I actually had surgery. And if you're watching this and you personally like know me, like if you're watching this and you're like my mom, sorry. It's better to ask for um, forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. Yeah. So today is May 7th. I'm going to have surgery on May 8th, which is tomorrow at 9 a.m. in Monterrey, Mexico. Now, before you start judging me, because I can feel you already judging me, yes, I'm having surgery in Mexico. Newsflash, I'm Hispanic, I'm Mexican. Like, I used to go back and forth across the border, like, my entire fucking childhood. If you're not Hispanic and that sounds scary to you, it shouldn't. There are doctors in other countries who are still doctors. They have to go through the same training. They have to go, I mean, well, granted, it's like whatever training they have over there, but there's still a program that they have to do. They don't just hand out certificates to anybody in any country. Um, so, yes, I am having it in Mexico. Yes, he is a board certified doctor. There are plenty of doctors here in the United States that I'm not going to name any names, but I'm going to say that are in Florida and like a lot of people go to, and they have a lot of like flushing bacteria issues. And yes, anybody can get an infection after you have surgery. It all depends on your post-op care. But it seemed very coincidental that various women were coming out with the same issue out of one clinic, and at some point you have to take responsibility and acknowledge that yes, you can get bacteria anywhere, but however, bacteria that you get from certain things can be narrowed down to like dirty rooms or like improper cleaning of equipment. So there's that. I did my research. Always, always, always do your research. The doctor that I personally chose is in Monterrey, Mexico, and he is board certified. He's been board certified for a really, really long time. And he has not had any deaths, but he did have a lady who had complications because she was honest and like transparent about like medical issues she had, which is very important to always be honest with your doctor, whether you smoke weed, you drink alcohol every day, whether you fucking take herbal supplements, vitamins, whatever you do, whatever you put into your body, you have to tell your doctor because it mainly has to do with like the anesthesia that they're worried about. They need to know like how much to administer. Like, just statistically speaking, people who smoke weed on like an average everyday basis, like, you know, they tend to need 3 times more anesthesia than people who don't, which your doctor wouldn't know to give you if you weren't honest. So you could totally wake up and stuff like that. So she wasn't honest, and you know, some part has to do with the surgeon, and then you have to also take accountability because surgeons are people, the doctors are people, and how is a person not going to know information that you withhold? Um, so, yeah. So today we'll be leaving, me and Josh will be leaving at 2 o'clock, hopefully, and we'll start heading there. It's like about 5 hours and like 30 something minutes, like 40 minutes, 5 hours, 40 minutes. The clinic I'm going to is about like 3 to 5 minutes from the border. So what we're going to do is we're going to drive to Brownsville. Ooh, sorry, nasty. We're going to drive to Brownsville. We're going to park in the airport, and we're going to park our car and leave it there for like that day basically. So we'll get there on Friday and we'll pay for the Friday parking. We'll come back on Saturday and we'll pick up, or we'll get there Friday. We'll call Myra to come and get us, which is our driver, and she'll pick us up, and then she'll drive us to the border. Right now, because of everything going on with the virus, only 2 people per vehicle are allowed to cross. And me and Josh would have taken our vehicle, but we recently bought a new vehicle and our name isn't on the registration and stuff yet. So, which you could probably do, but if we were to get pulled over and our name isn't on the registration, it would look like we had have a stolen car. And what happens is they'll impound it, and then you have an impounded car in a different country. And how will we get home? So it was just better to not take that risk and hire a driver. So um, we'll get to the clinic. Oh, she'll right now because of the virus, only like 2 people can go in per vehicle. So I think I think it's normally it's like 3 to 5 procedures per day. So and you have to bring an extra person with you to take care of you. You can't go by yourself. So it's like 3 other people plus their plus one. So it's like 6 people who are not the drivers. It's like 7 in total. So you're not allowed to do that. So what they do is they let one person stay with the driver in the car, and the rest of the girls have to walk across the border. But I think the other ladies who are having surgery on my day, I think they're taking their own personal vehicles. So I think me and Josh will be the only ones who will be in the car. So one of us will have to like walk across. I'll keep you updated. I'll probably do it because I'm not scared to. I literally used to do this when I was in high school, and like not to mention when I was like growing up, my grandma used to go back and forth all the time, and I used to love going with her, and we used to do that like for a couple of days to a week, and we would be out there all the time. So I'm not really. It's not as frightening as it probably is to you, or it sounds like. It's really not that scary. It's not like I think there's crime everywhere. I think even here in Houston, I don't know where you're from, but even here in Houston, there's like there's always crime, there's always robberies, there's always abductions. You're always seeing people get shot. Like it's crime everywhere. You can't let that stop you from living your life. Otherwise, you'll just never.
There goes Bay out of surgery. They took like 5 pounds of fat off of her skin. I mean, put that all in her ass.
No, they removed 5 pounds of skin.
Oh, baby. She can't eat for like 3 or 4 hours or something. But I'll let you know when we're walking around finally. After surgery part 2, my wife can't feel her feet.
They told me it's because like
Because she's small and healthy and doesn't do meth. Basically, our nurse
I
does
don't
that.
do like hard drugs or anything.
He said that usually when people do hard drugs, they snap out of their anesthesia real quick.
And I'm not even a drinker or anything.
And she don't really drink or really do drugs. And then she's small and skinny, so they were like that. It's probably gonna last a little bit. But she can't even wiggle her toes. Wiggle your toes, baby.
I can. I feel
Try.
like Kill Bill.
Try. Go.
I am. My knee moves.
How can you move them? Move them. Show me how you can move them.
I can't.
Side to side. That's all. That's about all she can do.
And I can just.
There you go.
Like, but that's very forced. But I can't move my toes. I can feel my muscle repair.
They just gave her some of that morphine drip, so she's finna be
I don't
little.
think it was morphine. I think it might have been tramadol or something.
Ooh, ooh.
It's just painful. Like I can't. I want to lay down, and I feel like I can't because like when I like scoot back, maybe because like my body stretches out and it's flat, it's painful. I'm really just worried about my toes. Like it would really fucking suck for me to be a bad bitch and not be able to walk.
Yeah, there's bad bitches. There's some fucking wheelchair bad bitches. You could be a bad bitch in a wheelchair. I'll still smash.
Yeah, but then you won't be able to see my ass or anything.
I'll just fucking lay you down somewhere and hit it from the back. I'll just lay you on your stomach. Anyways, we'll let you guys know whenever her feet work.
I'm scared, you guys.
Let's zoom in on her face.
My mom doesn't even know I went and had surgery done. Can you imagine if I come back and I'm like, hey, guess what? I did cosmetic procedures and my fucking feet don't work.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, I am day 5 or 6 post-op. Sorry, my drain is nasty. I just keep pulling it. I'll put my drain in my drawer. Today is day 5 or day 6. Today I felt more out of breath than I did the last 2 days. I have my lipofoam boards. These help add more compression. Like earlier in the other video, or I'll post a picture here, there was an indent in my faja with the foam boards. It kind of like adds more compression because it like you have something here and it stretches the faja out more. I have one in my front and in my back and in my tushy, so that's why you can't really see like the projection of my butt. But I look super swollen. My booty looks nice. Excuse that fly in the video. What else? Today was a little bit more harder to shower than yesterday. I felt a little more pain in my drain, and oh my god, you guys, I coughed without my faja on earlier, and I have tummy tuck and muscle repair, and it was pretty painful. Pretty much it. I do feel more out of breath today. I feel less pain. I feel like less pain in my tummy tuck, and like my cut itself, I wasn't very much pain at all. I don't think I felt any pain. It was really just like my drain, and like when I cough or sneeze and my drain feels like it wants to pop out of my body. I am still draining red. I was worried because normally when after a tummy tuck you start draining like red, and then as you start to go on, you start to drain this like clear yellow fluid, which is the body healing. And when I was in Mexico, they told me that you want to not bleed bright red, and I've been bleeding bright red since I had my surgery, and I'm like, I don't know how many days, 5 or 6 post-op. I had my surgery May 8th on a Friday, and today is Wednesday the next week, and I'm still draining red. So I was worried because I have surgery sisters who had surgery the same day that I had, and they're already draining like yellow, and like they've already had multiple massages, and I've only had one since when I got home. I had messaged the doctor. I finally heard back from him, so I did feel better because he answered my questions, and he did tell me that it was normal to be bleeding and like red until like 10 days. So it gave me an ease of mind. My husband also told me something that I feel like was really important. He told me that we like shouldn't compare ourselves to other people. Like our journey is different, our bodies are different, and we're all moving at a different pace. So it's really important to, if you have any questions, message your doctor, keep in contact with your massage therapist, and just really any questions you have, go to your doctor, because he's the one that's going to be able to give you like the best answer. Not people on your like group, not people who are your friends who've had one, not your friend who had one, but your doctor. Your doctor knows best. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to keep you guys updated. I do have my, like I said, my lipofoam boards, but you can still see my shape really nicely. Wow. Saying that because me and my daughter have this inside, well, me and my husband have this inside joke about my daughter when we tell our daughter. And my butt is nice. I've been trying to like eat more to keep it because it's so nice. I'm in love with it. I don't want it to go away. I want to keep it, and pretty much it.